Hello, thanks for checking out What's Up at Fun Factory Hobbies. This is for the week ending Saturday, April 1st, 2023. And hey, we're recording this on the April Fool's Day, but no, I'm not fooling you. We got some cool for you. So let's get into it, shall we? First of all, for Starfinder role-playing game, the latest standalone adventure, but conveniently leveled to follow off of the last standalone adventure, which was etc., etc. To defy the dragon. This is for a party of 10th level and up. Long ago, 4 tyrants conquered Genrovis with their star metal mechs, until the adamantine dragon, Aelith, freed the world. But she wasn't the savior the planet needed. Centuries later, her rule is rife with corruption and cruelty. After a group of rebels runs afoul of Aelith, they must unearth the legendary mechs of old, along with other secrets of the past, and use the ancient tech to defy the dragon. To defy the dragon makes a perfect standalone adventure, or an ideal next step for players and GMs who've completed other Starfinder adventures. It includes To Defy the Dragon, a complete adventure for 10th level characters leading them to 13th level. All the details on Genrovis, a planet powered by magical wellsprings and concealing a secret history of battle and betrayal. And an adventure toolbox featuring new mechs based on ancient Genrovian technology and the dangerous creatures born of the world's well springs. Cool stuff. I've read the other 3 standalone adventure modules and really enjoy them. Also for Starfinder, the Drift Crisis book. Both of these have been out for a little while, but I didn't realize that because I wasn't paying attention, apparently. Cosmic catastrophe. Hyperspace is broken. In a catastrophic instant, commonplace faster-than-light travel, made possible by the drift, fails. Travelers vanish mid-flight, communications scramble, and the drift's progenitor god, Triune, falls mysteriously silent. In the aftermath, empires cling to far-flung holdings. Opportunists exploit the chaos, and everyone demands to know what triggered this crisis and how it can be solved. With Starfinder Drift Crisis, you can dive right into this galaxy-spanning adventure and determine what happens next. More than 100 new player options, from class options and themes to equipment, feats, and spells. 20 detailed adventure seeds that provide a framework for playing through dozens of Drift Crisis stories, whether in encounters, adventures, or entire campaigns. Deep dives on the myriad effects of the Drift Crisis on factions, worlds, systems, and the galaxy at large, and a toolbox with a vast store of information for running adventures in the Drift Crisis, from dozens of unique treasures and 20 new creatures to rich non-player character profiles and information on adapting adventure paths. Again, Starfinder, sci-fi campaign setting using a D20 modern-esque system from Paizo. Let's see. What else do we have? We had some people ask for some larger polyhedral dice, so we've got this set of the purple with white, and this set of blue with white from our friends at Koplo. And by comparison's sake, they're not quite the 34 millimeter, so I think these are about 30 millimeter, but as compared to the serious dice, it's considerably larger than those, and definitely larger than the Chessex mini dice that have come out recently also. So there you go. We have had some large dice sets in before, but we've been out of the polyhedral sets recently, so we brought those back in. From Asmodi, we have One Deck Galaxy, so along the lines of One Deck Dungeon, except space. Explore the cosmos. One Deck Galaxy is the spacefaring successor to One Deck Dungeon. Hey, somebody just said that. Your goal is simple. Build up your civilization from its humble homeworld, growing to create a federation spanning countless star systems. You'll need to establish colonies, develop techs, launch probes, build fleets, all done by cleverly using your dice and focusing your efforts on what you deem most important. Standing between you and your cosmic destiny each game is one of several adversaries. You'll have to split your efforts between growing your strength and confronting them directly. Every adversary has its own set of rules and abilities, and you'll need to come up with a different, clever plan to defeat each one. I know One Deck Dungeon got lots of cool reviews by some of our own very own customers / fans. And I haven't played the One Deck Galaxy yet, but looks pretty cool. And, there you go. And from Games Workshop, the latest Arcs of Omen book, Farsight. By the way, in case you were paying any attention last week at Adepticon, Games Workshop announced that this summer, 10th edition of Warhammer 40,000 will be released. All of these Arcs of Omen books will be compatible with 10th edition, because the boarding actions are a thing that's going to be still in the 10th edition. So this book, War on a Dead World. At the end of a long and bloody road, the armies of the Farsight Enclaves, that's going to be from Tau, stand poised to secure final victory over the Orc hordes against whom they have warred for so long. Yet it is in this historic moment, as Commander Farsight's audacious plan is at its most critical stage, that an Arc of Omen and its attendant battle fleet erupt from the warp into the midst of the conflict. Oh no! Thrown into a desperate fight for survival amidst the furious three-way war, the Tau are driven to take desperate measures. Their fighting retreat sees them forced to make planetfall in a world that Oshova vowed to never set foot upon again. With all other options exhausted and foes closing in on all sides, the Tau begin a hard hit-and-run fight for survival amidst the lifeless wastes and eerie ruins of Arthas Moloch itself. The last time Commander Farsight led armies upon this dead planet, his fate and that of his enclaves was forever changed. Now, entangled amidst the galactic machinations of Vashdor and the Archaphane and his unholy servants, overrun by bellowing greenskin hordes, and threatened by dark and insidious powers from beyond the veil, Oshova may face his final doom. Will aid reach him in time? Will the servants of the Dark God secure their diabolical prize? Or will this conflict reach an altogether darker and stranger end? Dun dun dun! Inside, you'll find a dramatic and rapidly escalating war that pits mighty armies, troubled heroes, and diabolical villains against one another amidst the desolate wastes of a strange and terrible world. A spectacular showcase of Citadel miniatures, bringing to life dramatic moments and bloody battles from this fourth installment of the Arcs of Omen, and bespoke rules for playing boarding action games with Tau Empire, Suriani, Inari, Drukari, Harlequins, and Adeptus Sororitas, along with 12 multiplayer missions for up to 4 players and exciting new Dark Depth missions. How exciting. And to go along with that, we have some brand new Combat Patrol boxes. One for the Farsight Tau, or at least they're painted up as Farsight. You can have them to be whatever Tau faction you want. Because look, there's some white ones on the back. Contains, let's see here, Fire Warriors, Commandant Farsight, Crisis Battlesuit, probes, cool stuff. 3 Tau Empire transfer sheets for recommended with use of Arc of Omen Farsight. Yep, cool. Also, an Orc boarding patrol. There we go, there's some better light. Get all that green skin stabbiness. Let's see, 2 Orc transfer sheets, some Commandos, Beast Snagaboys, Flash Gits, and Boss Snickret. So these have some models exclusive to these boxes. Like, I believe the Commander Farsight and Snickret are exclusive to these boxes for now. Also new stuff. I mentioned it last week, but we now have the Scarlet and Violet individual booster packs and booster boxes. Scarlet and Violet booster bundles. So this includes 6 booster packs for the same price as 6 booster packs. So, whatever. And the Scarlet and the Scarlet and Violet Elite Trainer boxes. Organized play-wise and other events of note. Tonight, so I'm recording this on April 1st. Tonight at 6 p.m., sign-in start at 5:30. We have a Magic the Gathering event, Acorns, in April. It is an unset-themed event because April Fools. It will feature, it'll be a $20 entry fee plus tax. Players will receive 3 zooming in. Aha! Unfinity. Not collector boosters, draft boosters. So, oh, big finger there. 3 Unfinity draft boosters and randomly one of the 5 monocolor unsanctioned decks from this very box. Or perhaps the other box if we have more than 5 participants. And I hope we do, because that'd be fun. Yeah, so Acorns in April, 6 o'clock, event, so you don't get a lot of chances to play those in sanctioned Magic the Gathering play. Cool stuff. Yeah, so that's what's going on this weekend. Of course, we've got Pokemon League from 2 to 4 today. And I should find out later today. I got an email earlier this week that starting in mid to late April, we'll be allowed to resume running Pokemon tournaments in store, not just League. So tune in at a future time to get some info about when our first League Challenge Cup event will be. League Challenge Tournament and possibly League Cup. We had qualified for League Cup, and then shutdowns happened before we were able to run it, so I'm not 100% sure where we stand with that and play Pokemon people. But well, I should be able to find that out later today. And I will let you know here on what's up at Fun Factory Hobbies, because, that's what will be up then. Also of important note, we will be closed starting this coming Wednesday, so April 5th through the following Tuesday, April 11th, because Tammy and I are taking a vacation for Easter. Yeah, so there you go. We should be back in store on Wednesday, April 12th, and resuming normal business hours then. So that Friday the 14th, I believe, is our, let me run over to the calendar here real quick, but I believe that's our first pre-release event for Magic the Gathering March of the Machines. Indeed, that's what my calendar says. March of the Machines pre-release on Friday the 14th at 6, Saturday the 15th at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m., and then, of course, Pokemon League smashed in between the middle of those. I'm assuming that we qualify for Pokemon League Challenge and League Cup. My intention is to run the Challenge so I'm going to break it up so that the 18-plus Masters League people play at 11 a.m. on the scheduled days, and that the junior and senior leagues, so anybody that's under 18 will play at 2 p.m. because A, we have very limited space in the area, and B, that keeps the kids from having to play your mean, nasty net decks, you Pokemon adult people. Okay, I'm not making fun of you. I just being Saturday morning-y. Just tune in later and find out when we have those actually on the schedule, or, pop over to our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/funfactoryhobbies/events, and see what's scheduled. So yeah, that's what's up. Thanks for checking it out. If you found this content useful, if you haven't already, please do subscribe. And tune in, probably not next week because we're going to be on vacation, but 2 weeks anyway. Tune in next time to find out what's going on, or should I say, what's up at Fun Factory Hobbies.